interns in the company, Gtext Holdings. So today I have two, one is an intern, one is a former intern. So the first person is our group head of operations, and she was an intern 9 years ago and has rose 9 years later to be the head of operation for all the group of companies we have. And then he's an intern who broke a record. In 3 months of internship, he made a commission of 12 million naira. He became a millionaire. Woo! I wish I'm like him. So I want to hear their journey, their story. By the way, I'm going to be doing more series like this because we, as an organization, realized that some of our best team players today in our corporation where people used to be former interns because they didn't come for money, and our internship rules are a bit rigid. You're only earning commission for that period of 6 months, but you're going to be learning. We don't charge you to train you, but we certainly don't pay you for that internship period. But once you then scale the training and you do well during the training, now we employ full time, and then you can be earning basic salary and still commission that you're earning as an intern. And there's still more room for a lot of people who want to take advantage of that. We have offices all over the world. But let me start with the oldest, Bukola Lukon. Why did you choose to be an intern? You need to raise your cap a bit because they won't see your face. So 9 years ago, this was what year?
It was 2017.
2017. So why did you choose internship? And you had finished school, but you had started running your business when you were on campus. So why choose internship instead of, other opportunities you had?
All right, thank you, sir, for the platform. So I lost my business, and I started business in school, right? And my lecturers would even say, Bukola, I don't know what you are doing in class. Yeah, just a business guru and all of that. So I started business in school, and I also started when I was in my NYC, and I made millions, of course. And I came back to Lagos, and in 2016, I lost all my business. Like, I lost everything. And I remember going back to God to say, why did I lose? Because it was the same method I used in Bayelsa that I used there. And God was like, you did not ask me. You know how David kept going to inquire from God, should I go? At every step, but I just hacked, and I felt like it was the method. So I lost all my business, and I needed to. There was nothing to do at that time, and I lost my 6 years relationship as well, same year. And my dad just felt that I couldn't work again. So everything happened in 2016. So I became I've always been very hardworking. I'm very industrious. A lot of people that know me. So I said to myself, I couldn't continue like that. I needed to do something. And I remember that, of course, I'm a winner. I'm a papa's daughter, and I go to church. I go to Winners all the time. So I came to Winners that day during Youth and Life, and Mr. Kitayo came to talk about mini importation and how you can buy 1 naira and you 10x it to whatever you want the cost is. So I said to myself, okay, Holy Spirit, should I go? And he said that was fine. So I put in for the training. I didn't have a phone because I lost everything. I lost everything that I had to go back to Yanopaja market. This is somebody that was paying for school fees of people when I was in campus. I was helping people to set up their businesses. My pastor knew me because I was loaning some of my colleagues, I've been my team, classmates, or whatever that is called, some business ideas, and I'll give them money to start up. And I lost everything. So it took me back to the street to start selling shea butters and shea butter, that's Ori and coconut oil. I go to Yanopaja market and do the hustle thing. And when people are run back Kai and all of that. So I went back to ground zero. So when I went to church that day, she asked us come to do the training. So that time I didn't have my phone. The mobile phone wasn't available. But I paid for our training because I make beads. I'm very industrious. I could do a lot of things. So I make beats. I collected the money from the beats, the profit. I gave it to her. I told her that I didn't have the money to start up. I didn't have the phone to start the training, but I was going to make deposit for the training. So I deposited for her training, and then eventually I begged my mom to please give me her phone. So I took her phone and I started that. And I eventually did that training and I started making money back and I was doing big girl. But at some point, I think I asked God again and God said, if you want to start a business again, don't start without having what it takes. You need to go and learn, you need to go and serve, you need to go and develop the skills to build a real business. So I said, okay, direct me. So that day I got an option. The same day, I got option to go and either do internship with them. I saw internship roll out and then I saw a job. Somebody gave me a job. So I was in between the two. So I asked God. God said, go for the internship. I said, hey. I said, yes. I said, 6 months. I won't be paid. He said, no problem. I'll feed you out. And then I decided to go for it. So when I went for the interview, Mr. Kitayo did everything to send me off. Like, no. You are already making money. You are my mentee. I said, ma, I want to serve. I just want to do internship. And that was why I got internship. So I knew that what I wanted was I was going to build a global company someday, but I still needed to understand what it takes, the nitty-gritty of building a business. So I needed to serve my ways. So I started to serve from being an intern the second month. The first month of being an intern, I was dedicated. I got the award for most dedicated staff in the company. The next month, Dr. Stephen was like, oh, I love this lady. I want her to be my EA. The third month, something happened. My bold lion heart, I said something about HR. It wasn't rude. I'm very polite, when it comes to addressing people. But that thing gave me my position to become the HR that time. It wasn't global, but yeah, we were calling ourselves a global company back then in Ogba, and that was how we started. So operated from different levels, from being the admin to sometimes we needed to be a cleaner. I am a cleaner with different roles. The role I have not really been into is sales, but every other role, account, whatever, call it, I served in all of those roles. And then I grew and I served for so the next month, the following month after Dr. Stephen noticed me, he said, let us start paying you. And that time they said they were going to pay me 70,000. And I said, no, God, I didn't come here because I wanted to be paid. I came here because I wanted to serve. Dr. Stephen said, I cannot forget. He said, no, I don't want to. That's why people come and be meeting me. You need transportation. I said, I'm not like that. You will know that I'm not that kind of. He said, no, please, so da. And then I served my way. And I know that the people that I was not collecting money, right? Some people were in the company and they were collecting money. They will still call me, hello, Bukola, where are you? We need money for something. I'll just have to put in because I really wanted to serve. And if I'm in it, I'm in for that. So I served my way and to God be the glory. 2 years after, 2 years back, and I got the position of the GCO.
Wow.
And I remember that the HR came to me and said, Ma, I can see in your history that you've not been on our payroll, but you had to collect salary. And I said, well, I didn't do it because of salary. I put my money into buying lands. So I started to divert my money to buying lands. So it's not for the money. That's never been for the money, but I appreciate the opportunity. It has been growth, lessons, development from just an intern to now the group Chief Operating Officer. Thank you so much, sir.
Well, very interesting story. So for entrepreneurs watching this, I always love entrepreneurs working with us at Gtext Holdings, right? Because I always say that don't employ salary earners. It's not wisdom. Employ people with entrepreneurial mindset. And it's one of the secrets of our company because we try to discourage people from thinking salary. We want them to make millions from being entrepreneurial. And one of the entrepreneurial skills is sales. If you can make sales, you determine how much you earn. And here in this company, aside paying staff salary, we give a percentage. We do what we call profit sharing. In fact, we don't do profit sharing, we do income sharing. Right, literally a portion of what you bring in for the company is given to you as a reward for doing that. And it's been really, really a remarkable thing for us. And I encourage a lot of entrepreneurs to look into systems like this. These are, by the way, part of what we're going to be sharing tomorrow at the Business Growth Conference in Eco Hotel. You don't want to miss that. But also, if you want to apply for internship, either in our Port Harcourt branch, we're opening in Southeast, we're opening in the northern part of Abuja. Currently, we have office Bejuleki, Ikoyi, Omole, and several other offices we're opening, across Port Harcourt, Dubai, Doha, US, UK, you can just send a pitch why you think you should qualify to do this internship for 6 months. But I have a young man, he just practically joined us, right? This is how many months in your internship?
Okay, this is 16 months now.
6 months, congratulations. So by the third month, this guy broke all records, right? Third month in internship, he made 12 million naira. That was the money he got, not the sales he did. Money he got. Wow. So tell us, why did you choose to come and do internship here?
All right.
Tell us your full name, by the way.
Right. My name is Daniel Peter Enemuna. I hail from Kogi State, and I got motivated with the book that Doctor actually read as well. That released that for that. I read this book when I was in school because I sponsored myself in school. So I actually worked. I worked in Access Bank as a janitor, and then I saved up
Wow.
to $500,000 with the mindset I'm going to sponsor myself to school.
$500,000 as a janitor.
Yes.
Wow.
So, suppose I started working at the age of 16. So I saved up to that amount, and then I actually went to school. So my money got finished when I was in 200 level second semester. So I was not stranded. So I don't know what to do, right? So I started, visiting the library, and a friend gave me a book called Rich Dad Poor Dad. And I actually got the mindset of starting a rental stuff. So I started getting accommodation for students. So that's why I could fend for myself, pay my school fees, and I started getting hostels for them, using that one to really motivate myself. So my roommate said, that's winner. It said, oh, I found somebody online that you can follow, and that happens to be Dr. Steven. So I started following the Dr. Steven up to 300 level. And don't forget, I told you, I said I started rental business, right? And I was able to save up to 1.2 million with that amount. And I've been watching Dr. Steven for quite some time, and I checked most of the property Dr. Steven was saying. I couldn't afford it by then. So I keyed into the instructions and everything, which I bought into another real estate company, right? I won the land when I was in 300 level with the teaching of Dr. Steven. So I said, there is more to this. I can't just, graduate and start scouting around. Let me go and intern and learn from this. And don't forget, even when I got this 12 million, I still brought into our estate land. But fast forward to when I actually keyed into internship, I was being interviewed by our GED sales, Mrs. Vivian. She said, are you really coming to intern or you are coming to work? And Mrs. Jessica said, if you want to work, there is pressure. And I don't like pressure. I like self-imposed pressure. When I see my where I'm coming from, my family, the pressure alone is just there. I want to survive myself, right? So I said I want to go for intern, which I actually traveled all the way from Kogi to come and intern. And, it gave me a welcoming hand, which I tried all my best to, watch Dr. Steven's video. Even when I was in school, I sacrificed to do all those things. I want to really learn from the real estate mogul himself. So I enrolled for it, and I started getting a lot of rigorous trainings, inspections and all that. So I actually got this motivation to, sell big, because what our doctor do sell, our chairman do say is, you have to dress the way, like what you sell. By then, I only have just one suit, right?
By the way, you look good.
Thank you so much.
You don't. Almost. This was not how you looked when it came. Go ahead, please.
So I had just one suit, and Mrs. Jessica, my line manager, actually gave me the platform to come to a hotel to really do some marketing and implement what we have been taught during the week. Just to implement it weekends. Reach out to people, network, and I was able to reach out to a man that was just seated by the corner, all by himself. I never knew that this man is even into oil and gas. He was just wearing shorts, all by himself. So I just walked up to him, and then he gave me, he was receptive, right? And I asked him, oh, sir, can you please lead me to the restroom? And mind you, this was my first time going to a hotel. I don't.
So, by the way, you came from where?
From Kogi State.
From Kogi State. So you were not a Lagos-based guy.
I was born and bred in Lagos.
Okay.
I schooled in Kogi State. So there was no direction. I was like, let me stay back in Kogi.
Ah.
Right. So then made the platform of.
So do you mean your parents are based in Lagos?
Based in Kogi State.
No.
No. Like after my daddy got retired, he traveled back.
Back to Kogi.
Yeah.
Ah.
So I schooled in State High School.
So basically, you had to move. You didn't have at the moment any family connection in Lagos as at the time you came for this internship.
I have some, but no, I don't. There was not really room for me to stay with.
Stay with them.
Yeah. So I don't like burdening myself.
You with people. By the way, one of the things we do with the internship, for those who can't have accommodation, we provide accommodation during internship as well. So you were able to close your first big deal, and just the first transaction gave you 12 million in sales. I want to ask you this question. What do you think should be the mindset of young people towards career, towards job, towards where they choose to work, right? Because an average person wouldn't have done what you've done, right? They'll be looking at, okay, I'm a fresh graduate. Where can they pay me 200K? Where can I pay me 300K? Right? Now you have earned, let's even say they get 300K. You've earned some people's 3-year salary in 1 month, right? Some people 4-year salary in 1 month. What kind of mindset gets you that kind of result that you think young people watching this need to begin to work on themselves on?
All right. So I will get this. I will actually answer this question from the point of Fusi Zimbabwe. He said, if you have this growth mindset, you won't have this mentality of let me settle for where I am. Right, I have this growth mindset. They said that, and even this 12 million I actually just got, I'm still hungry for more because I don't want to settle for less. Right, I have all the students out there. If you are a new graduate, you're just about coming out, have this mindset of serving. Even the book Doctor actually who wrote with Dr. Cosmos Maduka, there is an emphasis there about apprenticeship. Have this mindset of let me learn from them. And I actually learned this from Doctor as well. When the strength of the youth marries with the wisdom of the wise, miracles happen. And this is one of the miracles that just actually happened. So you must have this mindset of service. Just come and serve. And you will actually, it will rub off on you. I just call it, this grace that actually just came is a rub off for me. Thank you so much. Yeah.
You're welcome. So Bukola, for ladies now, particularly ladies out there who are under so much pressure nowadays, I want to get rich quick, want to look for one sugar daddy to take care of me, right? What's your advice to people considering the journey you took and how it's paid off? What's your advice to young ladies?
All right, thank you, Sarah. So one thing I'm going to say to young ladies out there is find yourself. That's the most important thing. We all love money, right? Money loves us, whatever that is. But then find yourself. So that I found myself, right? After what happened in 2016, I found myself. I told God I wasn't going to be jumping from one relationship because I'm a very faithful lover. And I was really faithful. So I said I wasn't going to jump from one relationship to another. I was going to build myself up so that the next person, my real husband, is going to see me as an asset, right? And not a liability. So it got me to who are you? Where are you going? Where's your source? Where are you going to? What can you offer? So I started to dig more about myself. I built self-awareness, right? I'm very aware of a lot of things. And I do personal self-review with myself. Why are you nagging at this point? What could be happening? What can you do better? I go back and reflect and I become a better person every single time. So it's about finding yourself and seeing yourself first as the table. They'll tell us, what do you bring to the table? I am the table. There's a lot of things that I bring, to the table. I create atmosphere for people to thrive. So yeah, see yourself as the table. Know who you are. When you know who you are, right, you'll be able to connect with the right person and the right people. So as a lady out there, one of my passions growing up was I remember doing a book back then for young ladies because I didn't like the fact that young people in schools would have to go and sleep. Two of my, not my friends, but people that I know, one died because they said she went to sleep with the man. 400 level. Do you know what that means? Final year, and she died few months to her graduation because she went out. So my passion has always been to help people because I started doing business in school. Tell people to know they can be independent. They can actually do things, multiply. Just have that multiply mindset, right, of who you are, and understand locus of control, that you have control, because sometimes you feel like because of the background, there's no background. I grew up from Mushin, right? There's no background that's going to stop you from getting to who you are. So know who you are. Find yourself in God. God is the one that prepared you. So he has the manual to your life and it's going to put you on the right path. There's nothing outside God. And that's how color has grown. So my fellow ladies out there, know yourself through God and walk through your path. God is the greatest. That's it. Thank you, sir.
Beautiful. So, Daniel, tell us, if somebody wants to join the Gtext internship program, how can they apply? How did you apply? What are the secrets you will give them? Because, you know, it's not everybody they pick, right? You know, so.
That's right. All right. First of all, you must be hungry, right? Because it's an intern. And you won't be paid, right? But there is accommodation for you, and as well, you have to be hungry, right? And the procedure is, and doctor, are you giving privilege to those who are not graduates, or should we just?
No, it's strictly graduates.
All right. So strictly graduates, right? Are you looking out to?
Or it could be that you are not graduate.
We have a lot of people.
Yeah, it could be that you're not graduate, but it's not like you are still in school. Do you see now? Because we want people, it's not just you do 6 months. Our goal is that you do well in the 6 months and you become integral part of the organization. Not that you're disappearing. Not that I will do then, I'm jumping to somewhere else. Even those who then want to further their education, I always advise you could further education around where you currently work, right? So I want to do masters, but maybe I'm in Port Harcourt branch. Then I try to do in Port Harcourt University or Open University so that I can still keep my job. Because one of the mistakes people make sometimes that, you know, Yoruba will say taba awa owo lo apade yi lona, right? Taba rowo ohun shebi yi la ma fi ra. Right, so if you go and get degree and then you lose a job, when you finish getting the degree, it's not a job that you still want to use the degree to get. So it doesn't make sense when sometimes people quit their job, right, for an extra degree, right? So there are people who have taken that are not graduates, but it's not as if they're in between schools. It's not as if because we want you to be able to finish that 6 months, become integral part, further your education if you want to, but not in a way that then affects all the investment that has been made in you. Yeah.
That's great. All right. So a continuation of what Dr. just said, you heard that right. And so for the length of those who want to come in as a graduate, your BSc certificate must be available. You must be hungry for knowledge, right? And you can actually join Port Harcourt, Abuja. You can join Lagos as well.
But how do they apply? And what are the key things?
You must have a good culture. So how do you apply? You will, send a DM. You can actually reach out to Dr. Stevie and reach out to G&A, Gtext and Associates handle on Instagram.
Or the number, they will put a number scrolling.
All right.
Desile, can you help me? I'm on IG Live. Can you help me put a number and pin it? Or I will pin it once you put the number. The thing will put a HR's number for those who want to apply for internship. You can put Kike's number to the two of them, right? And then once you put it, let's pin it for those watching live. But the recorded version of this video will have a number scrolling, right? You just send a pitch video and your CV, right? Any final words you have?
Okay. No final word, but just the final word is just, come. It's a place to be, it's a place to learn, it's a place to grow, and it's a place to leverage. Thank you so much.
Okay, Bukola. Yes.
Thank you so much. So my final word yesterday, I was privileged to represent Doctor at an event, and then I heard a great, man speak about service. So somebody asked the question, and he said, "How can I jump my way into becoming great?" And the guy said, "Guy, I did this. I got here. I did this. Whatever you see that you admire right now, I worked for 20 years to get to this place." So meaning he had to serve for 20 years. So he was trying to tell the guy that there is nothing you can do. If you want to have success in life, you have to serve. Service is the pathway to honor. So if you want to become great in life, you have to serve. Dr. Stephen also served his way to becoming great. So there's nobody that's, and so he now said, and if you don't want to serve and they dash you, you will lose it.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what he said. So it's either you serve your way to the top, just like me, or they dash you and then you lose it along the line. You know the story of Jumoke Bread and so many other people, right? So it's very important that you come learn, serve your way, and you have to, the culture, you have to learn. Don't just come into an organization because, don't come because of the 12 million right? Because you're going to meet me here. You know what that means? You really have to have the right culture, right? Determination. Those were the things Papa said to us. You have to be dedicated. You have to be tireless in your pursuit. Don't come into our company. You see how beautiful it is, the environment, and you just have to be tireless in your pursuit. Be dedicated. Be determined. Be a person that loves to work, because we work here, and work, like doctor says, his mother said, hard work does not kill, and it hasn't killed anybody, right? Thank you so much. Sure.
Well, thank you both for sharing your story. I appreciate you both, and thank you for your service and your input into helping this organization to keep growing. For those of you watching, we'll end this episode. I'm still going to do more with other people. We are open to having more interns, but you have to be the right ones, like these ones. And that's why we're intentionally showcasing them, right? It's so that you understand. Because we also have interns that we're not proud of, that we had to let go even before the 6 months, right? Because they just didn't have the right attitude, they didn't have the right culture, they were not just the right fit for us. And not everybody can fit into who we are and what we do. And I've always said, we agree we are the problem. You can't go, right? But the good news is that we've produced so many testimonies. A lot of our MDs today were former interns that worked their way to the top. And they've been the best, because I realized that once you have a learning mindset, when you come to an organization with I want to learn, I want to serve, you will be the best. And this happen a lot in churches, but seldom happen in business. People go to churches, church membership, workers in church. They give their all. They're not waiting for money. They're volunteering. They're doing everything. And those processes have helped them to grow. And many then eventually do well in their business or their career because of the practice they did in the volunteering they did in church. But sometimes when we get to work, we see it as, I'm working for one person. I'm not going to serve. Let them just pay me. I want salary. And there's nothing wrong in wanting to be fairly paid for your value, but you must also know that the pathway to the top is service. Oftentimes everybody say, all these powerful people in the world, they like you, the way they treat you. I said, I got here by service, right? If you see any person you see around me that is powerful, that I'm able to attract, I can assure you, at the root of my relationship with them, there's some form of service. There's some form of honoring them. And that is the secret to the top. So we're welcoming more interns. We're going to be training you for 6 months. You're going to meet all these great people holding you, teaching you. But you must be ready and you must be hungry. Okay? Can we all shout hungry?
Hungry!
Right? And I learned that. I love this with Les Brown. Les Brown will always say, be hungry. You have to be hungry. And it's true. You have to be hungry for success. You have to be hungry. And Daniel is a hungry guy. Right? Extremely hungry. And that is the culture. So the number has been posted. You can send 2-3 minutes video why you should be picked, and anything you're passionate about. Now, don't just tell me why you should be picked. Tell me what you're passionate about. Our HR have been trained to look out for what you are passionate about. If you can't tell me something you're passionate about, then you can't work here. We want people of passion. People, and I don't care whether it's sport, whether it's fashion. I just want to see you talking from a point of passion, right? I always say this, and this is very powerful. The employees I don't like, all right, are the middle ones, the lukewarm ones. If you're a bad employee in terms of your skill set, I like you because then we will train you. It's when we then train you and you don't get better, then we'll fire you. But I still like that. At least we know you are not good and we can work on you. Well, I also like the ones that are extremely excellent and extremely good. The one I don't like are the ones that are not too bad to be fired, not too good to be promoted. Those are the worst employees you can have in any organization. So when we say do a video telling us what you are passionate about, we just want to see you from that point of passion, because that is one of our core value here, energy, right? So send that video and your CV to +234 818 000 8119. It's been pinned to Instagram for those of you seeing that. And Holiness, you want to get the number as well, so that you put these two numbers. The other number is +234 809 in 4 places 3648. Okay, we're taking people all over the world. You are in US again. Don't come and apply. You are in Nigeria, and you tell us you want to do internship in US. Or you want to do internship in Dubai. I don't understand. Who will do your visa? Who will do your flight ticket?
Right. Come and serve in what's it called?
Exactly.
From there.
I mean, this is some of the. We still a lot. Okay.
Some people didn't come and work with us until when we opened the Banana Island. They came because of the Banana Island office. Come, why didn't you come when we're not back? Come to our what's it called? That's our office. That's when we know that you're truly here to serve.
Yeah, absolutely. And you are free. We don't have somebody's watching from Kenya. We don't have office in Kenya yet. But guess what? You can come and be an intern in our Nigerian office for 6 months, and maybe you are the one that will then go and open our Kenya branch. Like we said, we provide accommodation as well, and so you can come all the way from Kenya, right? What we're saying is you must be able to bring yourself to the office we have, right? So if you already, for example, have a residency visa in America, and then but you have not traveled to America, but you decide, okay, now that Gtext has office in America, I want to go there, I will serve as an intern for 6 months. We're open to that. Or you already have a residency in Dubai, and you say, or residency in UK, that's fine, but don't tell us, to help you. That's not how this works. MJ says, I did internship in 2003 in Gtext, and it's really helped me. Okay, so we have another testimony live telling. I mean, it's been one of our best programs, our internship. Honestly, we've raised so many amazing people. I'm so proud of the interns. And even as a chairman, they know my priority is more with the interns. I prioritize our interns more than the guys at the top. Okay? Because I see them as the future of the organization. So I wish you guys all the best, the new people who are going to apply for this program. I love you all. From here, what do we say?
Thank you.
We love you.
We love you.
If you're in Lagos, mind you, tomorrow, this cap, you can see, Business Growth Conference, Eco Hotel, you have to be there.
Somewhere else is to be somewhere
It's a crime.
You got to be there.
And you will know when you come.
Oh,
very correct.
Find a way, whatever you got to do. You have to be there. Tell others, tell your friends, do videos. By the way, Son of the Prophet has been joining us. I just saw your video for tomorrow, Son of the Prophet. Thank you for doing that. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Promoting tomorrow's event.
Thank you.
Tell people. Listen. Abuja. Go and ask those who came for Abuja. It was. There is nothing like that. I'm telling you, you won't find such event anywhere. If I had to ask them, when I said, do you now see what I was telling you? Everybody said, yes, sir. Two people said to me, what they said to me, what hurts me the most is that I won't know what I had missed if I didn't come. Right? When I was there, they were just shaking.
That said his wife said, and what he said to him.
Yeah.
The wife said the money was too much. Are you sure? But he said, watch me with everything I've got from here. The next 3 years, watch how our business is going to turn around. So you don't want to miss it. And also, you're going to be having 1 minute. You're going to be pitching your. So
we're giving. A woman went away with 2.7 million in grants. Free money. So another
with
person.
Mentorship.
Yes, with mentorship, another one got 1 million. So we have opportunity for you to pitch your business and get grant. I've been giving some millions to people live at the event tomorrow. And what I also do is then tell my mentees to live right there, support you as well. Somebody says, is there an age to the internship? There's no age limit. And that's also part of the benefit of the internship, because our staffs get to attend these events people are paying 1 million for.
That's true.
Right? And you see why they grow so fast, because things others are having to pay so much for. Doing that 6-month internship, you're just benefiting and growing and sucking it all in. But no age limit.
We have people in their 50s.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they're doing internship and they're doing very well.
We have people in their 50s right now in our internship program as we speak. Where people have traveled from far to be part of it, came from Kogi, many people like that.
From Benin,
Benin, across, we just moved in. Also, there's a 50% discount for those asking for discount or pricing. Send a DM to my IG and you get our team to respond to you and get you discount. Right, it's a paid event, it's not free. We are using a co-convention center. It's so much money spent. We're not making profit at all. But at least let's recover part of the money, being put into it. We love you. From here, bye-bye.